Tada! Hey everyone! Yeah, that's a big box, isn't it? Well, I can't explain that. I have been given the unexpected opportunity to buy a huge and very old doll collection. Yeah, I even had to film this doll haul in our living room because the package is so huge that it wouldn't fit inside my craft room. Actually, this purchase was absolutely not planned, but one thing led to another, and now I have the huge package standing here. Yeah, how did this happen? The seller is someone I know, so he actually wanted to sell the things at a flea market. And in a WhatsApp group that we are both in, he showed how he had set up the flea market stall with his family. And I thought it looked really good and really well presented. And yeah, then I discovered a cute black old and small doll's pram in the pictures, so I considered to buy the pram from him. I thought I could make something out of it or use it as an alternative flower pot or flower table, for example. But in the end, I thought the shipping was too expensive for just the doll pram, and therefore I didn't want even to take anything anymore. But then he offered me such a good price, including shipping, for everything he wanted to sell, that I just couldn't say no to this offer anymore. Yeah, however, I also told him that I would then primarily want to use the dolls for craft projects and that they wouldn't just end up in my collection as they are. Yeah, and he said that he was totally okay with that. And yeah, now we are here with this huge package. First of all, we have a beautiful, very detailed doll chair made of wicker material. In German, we call them Pfauenohrensessel. I don't know what they are called in English, but yeah, wicker wing chair, I don't know. Yeah, these chairs can theoretically also be used as a flower table. Other than this wicker chair, there was nothing else of interest in this smaller package. Next, we have another wicker chair. This looks very similar to the first one, but it's a little bit smaller. The next one is more like a small two-seater, and it is, yeah, even smaller. The seat is surprisingly low even for dolls. And I think it looks kind of cozy. Yeah, I have to change the camera angle for the next items. So, and now we come to the first doll, or let's say the first accessory of the first doll, namely a square seat cushion. On one side it is plain white and on the other it is made out of a blue fabric. And now to the doll. This doll is so much larger than I would have guessed from the photos. And I notice that this camera angle is somehow not that great either, so let's change the camera angle again. The first thing I notice is that the head appears to be made of clay or ceramic. Well, at least not plastic. What is also noticeable is that some of the eyelashes on his right eye are missing. Yeah, and the arms and legs are made of the same material as the head. And yeah, he should probably wash his hands. Ah yeah, and there are also two large nubbers on his neck. A small blue hat is also included. The next doll is a SARL. I have no idea what that means, but yeah, it is written on a tag inside the clothing, so I assume it is the name of the manufacturer. Well, it is a character doll. The head and limbs are made out of plastic for this one, and this means that the hair could have been rooted in and didn't have to be glued onto the head directly. Yeah, and we also have inset eyes on this doll, and not just painted eyes. Shoes are not included with this doll though. Here is another piece of furniture. Oh. Yeah, this can be easily repaired with a little bit of glue, I guess. In any case, the chair is covered with a soft velvet fabric and feels quite high quality. Yeah, and there is a second one like that. It looks practically exactly the same, except for a few small differences in the wood. Another small wicker chair. And it is so small. And yeah, here we have another character doll from SARL. I think the condition is very good. The eyelashes are still there and the freckles and eyebrows are still clearly visible. Also the lip color. I think the eyes look amazingly realistic. Yeah, for the next doll, the head and limbs are again made of clay or ceramic, and unfortunately it suffers from some discoloration caused during shipping. I guess, at least. I think she got all the black spots from the mini stroller. That was the only thing I was interested in buying at first. I think I can get rid of the stains, so I'm not that worried about that. The hairstyle is awesome though. Unfortunately, I myself used to have such thick bangs as a child, and I'm glad I don't have that anymore. Anyway, for some reason, it still looks really cute on this doll, especially in combination with this outfit, I think. Next, we have another chair here. It is covered in fabric as well, but it is very thin. It also feels like a little bit like paper, so I'm not sure about that. Ah, yeah, that's the stroller I keep talking about. I think the design is kind of beautiful with all the flourishes and the overall delicate wire design. And it somehow reminds me of Art Nouveau, or in German Jugendstil. So the stroller is made from a mix of wood, metal and fabric and is surprisingly heavy. Yeah, the next doll is another plastic one with a fabric body and a straw head. Unfortunately, the doll also got a few black spots from the stroller. But here too, the eyes are surprisingly realistic and look very good. And here I have another wicker chair or a wicker sofa or a wicker couch, whatever you want to call it. Here we have another clay-headed doll. The head is firmly attached to it. You can't take it off. Oh, das Bein. Oh, and the doll has hip problems. Well, from the looks of it, nothing seems to be broken inside. So when I take the doll apart to make something out of it, we'll find out exactly why it squeaks so much, I think. This little dog here belongs to the doll with the soccer bib. Both of them wear the same light blue head. This is another doll with an attached head on a clay head and a strangely open mouth. It looks like the dolls belong to each other, or as if they are from the same production series at least. This one is made out of plastic again. I find the eyes here again to be strikingly realistic looking. The hair clip was probably not original to this doll because the motif, color scheme and the style are different, but the elephant in the car looks very cute, nevertheless. And the green clothespin is probably not an original accessory either. The next doll is funny. This is a cheerful, tearful doll that can cry. It appears to be from the 60s to 70s and is from Mattel. So yeah, the hair tie is no longer original and the hairstyle is a bit messed up. This is the only doll in this haul, by the way, with painted eyes though. And she also wears a really beautiful outfit. The colors and the motifs on it are so typical of toys from the 80s or 90s, I think. So yeah, that's why I'm not quite sure if it is the original clothing the doll usually comes with. So this doll has a function. Theoretically, you can give her some water to drink with a small bottle, and then when you move her arm up and down, her facial expression changes and she starts crying from the holes in her eyes. Yeah, and actually a long whimpering sound should come from her. But mine only makes a short squeak sound. And yeah, you can also see that the metal bracket that allows the face to change has pierced through the material. Unfortunately, the next thing that is inside the box broke during shipping. Yeah, this is a sofa made out of clay. It's not too bad that it is broken. I'll see what nice things I can make out of it. It's a shame though, nevertheless. Then there was another cute little wicker chair. The next doll is again with a porcelain or clay or whatever material face and a sewn-on head. And this doll also seems to have some joint problems. Ah yeah, and another highlight for me is this Barbie doll here. I have never seen this one before, but it's one from Mattel and it's also from the 60s. Yeah, and for the 60s, the Barbie dolls had a mold for the heads that used to be a very unusual head shape. So the forehead was very large. I think the face has its own charm. But I think the hair is strangely rooted and I don't like the dress at all, to be honest. But it fits somehow. I also find it amazing how tiny and at the same time flat the toes on her feet are. Oh, and you can move her knees and they lock in a little bit. There was also a cute little dress included. I like it very much. Next, we have a doll with a straw hat again. The head and limbs of this one are made out of plastic again. Yeah, and the head even coordinates with the rest of the outfit with the ribbon. This doll is another clay or ceramic one. I find her very cute. And her hair does funny things. I feel like the hands on this doll aren't as detailed as the hands on the other dolls. But the outfit is very detailed and numerous, even with the little shoes. The next one is another SARL doll, mainly made out of plastic and with the characteristic freckles, the hairstyle, and of course the realistic eyes and the extraordinary facial expression. The next thing is again a piece of furniture. This is a pretty old, high quality and somehow quite large high chair for dolls. You can even unfold it. And yeah, to make it stable, you can fix it with a metal hook. It's a little broken at the bottom, but that can be repaired, I hope. Unfortunately, it is far too big for my purposes. But you can also use it very well as a flower table, theoretically. And now for the last doll. This one also has a head attached to the head. It seems it belongs to the 3 ceramic or clay dolls who also wear a similar head. However, this one is not made out of clay or ceramic, but rather plastic. Yeah, so it might not really belong to them for that reason. Yeah, nevertheless, the boxes are empty and the table is full. Now that I see all the things here, I just now realize how much it actually is. Yeah, and making a craft project out of everything would be a shame, I think. Especially the doll that has an artist number on its back. It looks so complete. Yeah, and somehow it's a lot bigger than I thought it would actually be from the photos. It would be a shame for the Barbie doll as well if I were to mess with it. Yeah, I think I will resell some dolls and furniture and use everything else for some art projects. For some of them I have already some ideas. Yeah, and I then invest the money that I get back for the dolls in paints, new hair, fabrics and so on for the other dolls, which I will then use for crafting. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. Yeah, and for the art projects, I'm for sure going to make some videos out of it. But it will take me a little bit more time to realize it. But the videos are going to come. So, and with that being said, that's it for this video. I hope you liked what you've seen. Have a nice day and till the next one.